first episode of Educating Web 2 Gamers. All right. So, it's something in Web 3, they always tell us that we need to be educated on Web 3 gaming, right? Because we just don't like Web 3 gaming due to headlines and stuff like that. You know, it is the black rock that is making crypto look bad, and that's why we just disagree with gaming, with NFTs, and we just hate crypto for no reason. And crypto is actually good because gaming is Web3 gaming is about ownership and all that types of stuff like that. So let me give you the viewpoint of somebody that is open-minded, right, to the technology of blockchain. Fuck NFTs and fuck tokens, but the technology of blockchain. So let's just give the viewpoint of somebody that studies blockchain. Don't sell NFTs, I don't sell tokens, right? But blockchain as a safety mechanism for safety and to be able to track who's scamming and all that sort of that, I think blockchain is amazing for that. But that's it. That's the only reason that blockchain is useful. But let's go on from somebody that's open-minded, that is a gamer and also a businessman. But let's speak from the gamer standpoint. From somebody that's basically look in and inside of the Web3 community. Let me educate my fellow Web2 gamers. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't know anything. We are no coiners, we're normies, all these types of things like that. They call us all types of crazy shit, right? So they say that the reason why mass adoption has not come yet is because no one educated us. We're just uneducated on blockchain. So somebody that is, studying blockchain, let me give you some education on the Web3 community. All right. So first thing first, you remember the NFT craze. Remember the tokens, all the stuff, the pump and dumps, the scams and stuff like that, right? Did things get better? No, it is still here. It's still there. Like everybody's still scamming. Everybody's still scamming. Everybody's still doing pump and dumps. All the games are terrible. Right now they're doing this thing called play the airdrop. So what that is basically you play games for shitty tokens that like has no value. As soon as the token come out, the token immediately just goes to zero. Basically, I'll say about it loses 95% of its value as soon as it comes out. Right, it completely just go right down the toilet. Instantly. So when it comes out, instantly, right? It's this new thing called KOLs, which stands for Key Opinion Leader, right? And these guys are a bunch of weirdos who don't know anything about gaming, right? These guys aren't gamers at all. These dudes don't know nothing. I'm talking about, this is not me just being mean or whatever the case may be, because these guys be like, oh, you're mean, you're a toxic gamer or stuff like that, right? These are gamers calling me a toxic gamer, right? This is crazy. But these key opinion leaders just scam people. So basically they get in early on a token from an airdrop from one of these scam games, and not scam games, no, it's actually scam games. So they get in early from one of these scam games, right? And then what happens is they all talk about the game. So it's this group. Normally they call it the cabal, by the way. So first of all, we'll get into that in a second. So hold the cabal. So it's not cool. Let's not first of all that yet. Hold the cabal thing. I'll talk about that in a second. So it's normally these guys all become ambassadors at the same time. You see all them talk about, I'm an ambassador for this game. I'm an ambassador. I'm an ambassador. Ambassador. It's like a group of people, same people that always promote the same games. And what happens is these guys get paid out in the tokens. These guys also sit inside of discords and stuff like that together and stuff like that, and then they plan what game they're going to pump up and what game they're going to exit really quickly. This is basic. So anybody you see talking about the game at the same time, they're all basically inside of this group, because it's like, how would they know, right? So what happens is, soon as they all hype up the game at the exact same time, it's so cheesy, number one, and it's so obvious. So they all hype up the game at the exact same time. That's all you see on the timeline. The game that they just hyped up after the token drop completely just poof. Like that was just, first it goes oh, this game is the best game that ever happened. This is the new game that's going to break mass adoption. This is going to be the game that move us forward. This is going to be the game that does it for Web3. Web2 gamers are definitely going to be here. And then the game, they start coping out and say, oh yeah, we got Web2 gamers, which they always lie when they say they got Web2 gamers playing the game, which is Web2 gamers for, because Web2 is we the normies, we play older games, and these guys are supposed to be the future, which their games play like PlayStation 1. You had to spin the CD and stuff like that sometimes when your game didn't work. Yeah, that's their games. The games you had to spin the CD when sometimes your games didn't work. So their games play like that. So these guys are supposed to be the future, that games that play outdated, right? So that's what Web2 is. We're people that plays like Elden Ring, Helldivers, and all that stuff like that before Helldivers went woke. That's us, the people that plays real games. So when it comes to the Web3 guys, they all come together. And then what happens is they all promote this game that was supposed to be the best game that ever came out. Better than God of War, better than Elden Ring, better than the DLC of Elden Ring. This is what they say. They don't say that like say those exact things, but they say is the best game ever. And they say about every game. And then after that, when the game comes out, the KOLs dump on the community. And then the crazy part is, after the KOLs dump on the community, they all go, oh well, we didn't know anything. So you guys just happen to continuously not knowing what happens after the same thing happens over and over. Like these guys don't even like skip games. Like they don't know, like I'm gonna be a KOL for this one, and then I'll wait on this one, and then I'll KOL this one, and then I'll wait. These guys are sloppy. These guys don't even hide the scamming that they're doing. So it's crazy. So that's some education you should know, right? So that's something that I think that we Web2 gamers need to know about this stuff, right? Because we need to be educated on this shit, right? So we need to be that. So next thing we need to talk about, we need to be educated on, because since we don't know anything about Web3, right? We need to be educated on this stuff. Is that Web3, the concept of Web3 was supposed to be about freedom. It was supposed to be about taking it back from the man and fighting against like the government corruption and all that types of stuff like that, right? But WAGME, which stands for We All Gonna Make It, and all these type of things like that. But what happened was, I think that idea kind of got hijacked by NFT bros, or was it crypto bros? But they're both kind of like the same thing. Like we're just gonna hold on to this as well. But I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about is how these guys hop from thing to thing to thing, and they call that narratives. And we're gonna talk about that in a second. But let's continue with this what Web3 is supposed to be about. So it's supposed to be about ownership, taking back, fighting against the censorship and all that type of stuff like that that's happening in Web 2, right? So, it is bad in Web 2. It is very bad, right? What we're dealing with over here is very bad. Censors, you can't say anything, got cancel culture, all types of goofy shit going on over here. But I understand. So I get the concept of what they were trying to do, which, like, this what made me look into blockchain and stuff like that, because blockchain is supposed to be safer and all those type of things like that, just in case anything happened, they can't take it from you because code is law, right? So I understand that, but it seems like some MLM bros, some marketers, people that failed and had like businesses before they failed, people that never been cool in life, people that never have done anything, never touched a woman, all these type of things, has hijacked the space. People from, like, I wouldn't say Reddit, because these guys is scared of Reddit, so they didn't come from Reddit. But these guys just wasn't cool. Like, they failed in network marketing and all types of things like that. And then these guys came over here, and it all started with this game called Axie Infinity, just to let you know. But we're gonna move from that for a second. So what happens is, all of that concept of what Web3 is supposed to be, it got into the hands of this thing called the Cabal. Which, if you look up the word Cabal, which I'll put it right here, right, it's basically the exact same thing that they was telling people that what Web3 is supposed to fight against. But now, instead of going against the government and stuff like that, now you have a group of losers. I'm talking about complete fucking losers running the space now. Complete losers. And the reason why these guys run the space is because, like, the people I tell you, it's like a big ass Ponzi scheme MLM thing, like like America and all these type of companies and stuff like that. It's just like that, right? But just it's network marketing all over again, but just cryptocurrency. And what happens is it's all basically a Ponzi scheme, like Primerica, all these type of things like that. It's basically like those type of things. The MLMs that used to prey on people who want to get rich. Basically, it's the exact same thing. It's those people doing the exact same thing in cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency you can get rich quickly, really quickly through scams and stuff like that. So now you got people falling for the same thing. They talk about belief systems. They do all that shit in Web3. Like, this is the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing over here. Belief systems. Oh, you guys don't believe, or don't fade, all the type of shit like that. They do the exact same thing. So this is some education. And then you got the cabal. You got the people like Crypto Stash and these guys. And like the story, I'll give you another story about like the influencers on another episode of education on Web3 and teaching Web2 about Web3, right? So we got those, we're gonna get the influencers. We're gonna go all about those guys and like how much they charge and like how they scam the games and then scam the people at the same time. So they double scamming at the same time, double dipping it basically. So but let's just get off the cabal now. Now we got the cabal out the way. Now you understand that it's now a small group of weirdos and losers. I'm talking about these guys literally are actual weirdos. These dudes are weird, very fucking weird. That's running the community over there, controlling the people over there, tricking them, like saying all types of engagement for them. They say every day that Web3 is inevitable, crypto is inevitable. Then they all tag and they all like each other's posts because they're inside of the Discord, so they all like each other's posts. And then what happens is they all like copy and paste exactly what the last person said, so they can seem like they said exactly what they said, but what they did, they don't copy and paste it and then not show who they stole it from. They copy and paste it and then retweet right at the bottom, where on top of the person saying the exact same. It is very, very cringe. It's very cringe there. So I went over the cabal. Now I'm going to go over the the we all gonna make it and all that types of stuff like that. Now what happens is they all say they're all gonna make it. Like, first it was we all gonna make it, we all here together and everything. That now it's Web3 is a PvP arena. That's what they called it. So it's like you have to dump on the next person before they dump on you. This is their thing, right? It's so bad. Even a dude Jesus, which is like his name used to be Classy Crypto, even he tells his community, I'm going to dump on you. He tells his community that he basically rugs pulled these guys, and they don't give a shit. You get what I'm saying? Because as long as he hypes up their token, that's all that matters to them. They don't care. Just hype up their token that they put their bags into, right? That literally goes to zero instantly.
And it's gone. Poof.
So soon they put money in it, it goes to zero. So, but this is what's happening in Web3. Another thing, of the WAGMI thing, it doesn't exist. They don't give a shit about each other. They don't care anything about any of the products in the space. They don't give a shit about nothing. The content creators and the KOLs say that if you do not pay them, they will not play the game. This is what they say. So they won't play anything, touch any type of product or any type of thing. They don't care. They don't make content like how we in the Web 2 space make content like, oh, this is pretty cool, and talk about it. You have to pay them to just make any content, so them even acknowledge who you are. And again, in the next episode, we're going to get into content creators. So what I'm going to continuously do is educate you guys on the Web3 space. We're going to go into the Twitter spaces, what they do, like all the types of weird shit, what goes on inside of the telegrams and all this type of thing, how to spy out scams. We're going to go into the Twitter and I'm going to show you exactly who the scammers are and all types of things like that. What games you should stay away from, which is all of them. Which VCs you should stay away from, which is all of them. And all types of things like that. Which blockchains you should stay away from, which is damn near all of them. So yeah, we're going to talk about all those type of things. I'm going to educate you on everything you need to know with